I think Gronk's up for adoption.
I wouldn't talk
Actually,
to him
I think you might be able to put in some papers for Gronk.
That'd be great.
He
Speaking
was
of blaming-
amazing.
Oh my God!
Like totally fit the role that we carved out for him, and then
Yes.
went up and delivered in his own way while also still playing into that character that we had
Yes.
built up,
Yes.
which is essentially him. I think we nailed it, but really he did play into it, and his moments of God. I just watched his set again yesterday because I'm watching it from the side, so I didn't get the full show that everyone else got. So
Yes.
I went back and watched. I don't watch my own stuff, but I went back and watched everyone else, and it was just. His was so, I couldn't get over how adorable he was when he would say a joke that he wrote and goes, and I wrote that one, like that pride. And I know that pride of like, but everyone needs to know I wrote that one. Like, because these guys aren't writing their own jokes mainly.
Right.
But he should have pride in that because he wrote a couple, as he told us, great jokes.
Well, he did speak as if he had just made a boom boom in the toilet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he's just so proud of what he's made.
Exactly it.
You know, like look at me.
It was really.
I can write. I can talk and write.
There was something very childlike about it. That's exactly when I'm saying adorable. It reminds me of a little kid.
And the energy in that building. You and I were talking about it in the green room a little bit. And the first moment, though, I mean, the jokes were landing. Obviously, Kevin Hart crushed it. He did it. What every roast master has to do, the host, which is clear the space for folks like yourself to just be as wild as you want to be, because he's kind of set the tone. He's cleared the space. He's the first one who made a divorce joke, a jiu-jitsu coach joke, all of that stuff.
So good.
So you could backfill and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And obviously Jeff Ross coming out as Roast Jay Simpson, and then Drew Bledsoe doing his thing was great too.
It was perfect.
But the first joke that brought down the complete house was you doing the Gronk joke about crypto.
Yes.
And that was the one where everybody in the lower bowl got it, and then the upper bowl just I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. The upper bowl. You just heard the laughter from up there. It was like a starburst where it took a light year to hit the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was. Did you feel that when you were
did.
Okay.
I will say that there was no point that I was going to let up and go, oh, I've got it. Like it's over. It was like the whole thing is a performance that you have to stay present and focused for. And not until I say good night am I really done and can say I did a good job. But there were moments within the set that I go, okay, because I'd run it so many times, probably 40 times. And that set exactly I'd never run because we're making changes always. So even to the last minute, I'm adding things like right before. As I'm getting mic'd, I'm still typing in new transition lines. And but that was the first time I delivered it at that, and it had gone that well. And I had run it all over town 5 times a night for a week and a half at least. And then even before that, I was messing around with it. But it was the first time it had been that perfect. And then when that joke, there was moments where I didn't expect the laughter to keep going or to have those, Kevin getting up and running around. And so it messed up my timing a little bit, but didn't. It made me more present because I saw one clip of myself that I watched, and I don't like to watch myself, but when I said the thing about The Rock and Kevin and just the filthy, like literally like saying
So
that
good.
there was 5 pounds of seminal fluid of The Rock's within Kevin Hart's body. I mean, it's a disgusting joke. And I knew that joke was a crusher because it was always the one when I was in the clubs that would it would open up the set. You got to build up to it, and that would crack it open.
So you were working the material in clubs leading up?
Yeah, and it's an interesting process because, and I've done it before, I've done 3 roasts prior to this, so I kind of had a system where you just go, hey guys, I'm doing the roast of Tom Brady. They applaud. I go, can I try some roast jokes? They kind of get invested. Like, you guys are going to be my focus group for this. And they're, oh yeah, okay, here's who's going to be there. It's going to be, Kevin Hart is hosting. It's Rob Gronkowski. It's Randy Moss. It's Drew Bledsoe. It's Julian Edelman. Those are football players, girls. I didn't know either. A laugh on that. You kind of get a couple laughs setting it up.
Sure.
And you go, and here's the Drew Bledsoe backstory, so you understand the jokes about him. He was injured. That's why we even know Tom Brady.
So you had to give him the backstory?
I literally had to be like, okay, I had some jokes about Sam J that didn't make it, but I'm like, Sam J O'Shea is a lesbian black woman with short hair. That's all you need to know about her for this joke. There's multitudes more to know about her. She's hilarious. She's so talented and kind and incredible. But for that joke to hit, you just need to know that. Like it was setting the stage, and then you go in. Next time I'm going to print up pictures so I don't have to do any of that.
That's right.
And so if they're jokes based on looks, just pictures, because you really can't get a feel for it because most people don't know who Drew Bledsoe is.
Yeah. When you're doing a set on a night,
at the Laugh Factory at 11 p.m. on a Friday night, it's all like no one would know. And so it was that was the process. And then so I knew that Kevin Hart joke would hit because it was always hitting, and everyone's familiar with Kevin Hart and The Rock and their relationship. But I didn't expect. Like his reaction was just so like warm, and I knew he had good reactions because I went to the Mark Twain Prize for him like a month or two ago. That it's coming out on Saturday on Netflix. It's so funny, but I saw how he interacted with people, kind of roasting him at that, and I was like, oh, he's a giver. Like he's not gonna be like, or he's not even just gonna go like Tom Brady, like animatronic. He had two settings, like smile and smile with a nod. Like he was like laugh one or laugh two.
Which one was him screaming inside the most?
Oh man, the whole thing, night. Man, dude. His veneers are gonna need a touch up because he was grinding them so hard. They are gonna have some fissures going because I don't know what you thought about it, but it felt to me, I could only see the side view of him. It felt to me that he was into it, and he felt like he was prepared, and I don't know that he knew it was going to go that hard, though.
I saw him before. My wife and I saw him before as he was walking around underneath the forum. And I've been fortunate enough to be around this guy on game days and things like that. I've never seen him looking like this. He was 1,000,000% deep down wondering, what have I done? What am I about to do? He's just like, I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's set and Jeff's set and then Bledsoe's set. And then I think you were right after Bledsoe or you after Bledsoe? Okay. Yeah. That's where he was really in the soup.
Yes.
I think that first hour, he's just wondering, what have I done? And then he got through that. And as he got closer to his own set, I think he kind of chilled out a little bit.
I mean, there's no question. And if he would have gone, if the timing of the show would have been what it should have been, which is a 2-hour show, and it ran 3 hours, people don't have the stamina for 3 hours. So the fact that he got the response he got and killed as hard as he did at the end, at a 3-hour show where it's just nonstop laughs, people get tired. If he would have gone at 2 hours, we would be having a different. He would have had like the set of the night. It depends on where you go in the lineup. But I thought he killed it, and I really think, the whole time I was writing these jokes and preparing, I was just thinking, thank God for this guy taking this chance. Maybe it's foolish of him. Maybe he's going to regret it, but it is extremely brave. He doesn't need to do this. He's on top of the world. I thought it was really cool that whether or not he is stepping away from it, disappointed that he did it, I think he should really be praised for putting himself in the line of fire like that, because that is... People can make fun of him all day, and most people would never do that. You talk to people and you go, would you do a roast? They go, no, never. Like, there are people that were booked on the roast and then got scared and dropped out. Like, I was writing jokes for people, a lot of people, that, like, I had to just dump my jokes because they got too scared last minute and pulled out.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For this very roast?
Yeah, Tyson, I think, was supposed to be there. He's done a roast before. And there were some other comedians that I thought, oh, this guy knows how to handle... Like, it's not about doing the jokes. It was about taking the jokes. And I think a lot of comedians and celebrities are too precious about themselves to do that. And it does hurt a lot. So I think that people are too scared to do it.
That's why I thought it was great that Belichick stayed on the dais.
So cool of him, because the other guys left, right. Ben Affleck left right away.
Peyton Manning turned around and left through. They got out
because they're not, you can't make jokes about them really if they're not there. They're not going to land the same way.
No, and
they knew that. And the fact that Belichick stayed out and had his whistle. Like, I mean, there were random things happening that were not planned for. Gronk doing a Gronk smash.
That wasn't planned?
Yeah, because we would have all had a protective eyewear. He's so lucky.
It was so dangerous.
So dangerous.
So dangerous.
Insane. I think I think these guys were drinking a little bit too much to ease their nerves, and then he had finished it, right? And it went well, and you just want to celebrate, you know? Like, it's just, I saw where it came from, but I was like, oh, he's so lucky that didn't go in someone's eye. That could have been really bad, but...
The most dangerous Gallagher of all time.
No kidding.
You had a paper bag, an visor. That's what, honestly.
SWAT gear.
Man,
just
he
like-
spiked a shot glass.
That was nuts.
ridiculous.
Holy cow.
There was
Yeah.
a huge like imprint on the floor
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
glass.
Yeah. And he even screamed something about like, yeah, sue me, Netflix. Like there was some moment. I don't think it got on the tape, but I remember being like, they might, dude. Like that was really irresponsible. But that he was just caught up in the moment. I think that was what was so fun about it was that people, they just went so hard and then they got like adrenaline from going hard. And I'm saying these things to my coach. Like that was a big moment for them. I didn't realize it. I don't really, I mean, now I understand so much more that relationship that was going on, but
Hell yeah.
that was intense.
Edelman at one point in the middle of delivering a joke to Belichick said, I've been waiting for years for this.
Oh,
Literally
my God.
said those words out loud.
Yes.
It's like Sigmund Freud. It's like the roast of Freud right here. I mean,
Yes.
holy crap.
It really was. And Gronk being like, "Well, you going to make me go, should I go run a hill?" You know, like, and that kind of thing. And then when Belichick blew the whistle and he goes, "So you disagree with that one?" Okay, well, actually, I'm going to read it again. And he like, that was such a good moment. That was so funny. And Belichick was smiling and having fun with it. Like, I just thought it was, the tone was perfect. And it was, but there were things happening that really were, because it was a live thing and because tensions were high.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
it was not, this was not something that just went by the book, by the script. Like, it was a live TV event.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.